Welcome back to Officer Oil. My name's Scott McAdoo. We are fighting friction on a 2015 Can-Am Outlander 500. And what we're doing today is we're going to be doing an oil change, oil and filter change. If you're new to the page, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Really helps support us. So what we're going to be using is the AMSOIL Synthetic Powersports 0W40 motor oil. This was designed specifically for four-stroke power sports applications, including snowmobiles, ATVs, and designed from the ground up for those who demand the absolute best in performance and protection. I've been using this since I picked up this machine, been super happy with it. I knew it had been a while since I changed the oil, so I went back, checked my maintenance records, and it has been 2 years since I've changed this oil, and just shy of 60 hours. So not a ton of hours, but the time is very, very important in these machines because of the water condensation and acid buildup. So things will sit too long. So do a quick search for Officer Oil right here, or just plug in officeroil.com. Go to the website right here, and then scroll on down here to ATV on the lookup guide. All right, and for this one, it is the 2015 right here, Can-Am Outlander 500. There we go. That'll pull up. So pulls up a couple different options. These oil change kits are new and they are phenomenal. They are super, super easy. It has everything that you need. Filter gasket, crush washer, everything there. And then give you a couple different choices that will fit. Okay, the 540 ATV oil is a great choice, but today I'm going to be using the Powersports oil. It's what I have. It's what I've been using. I love that 0 number just because it'll give you better cold flow performance. I always hit everything with the AMSOIL brake and parts cleaner. Big 19-ounce can. It's larger than most other cans you'll find on the shelf, but this just cuts through all that grime and oil and dirt, and it just dries really quick. Really like it, but I'll just hit everything here and then try to get as much of this. I mean, look at all this mud and crap that's all built up here, but now that we hit that, just get everything a little wipe there as much as you can. All right, and let's take it off. So I like to crack this like a pineapple can, punching a hole on both sides just to get a little better airflow. Make sure we get it all out. Probably not completely necessary. Not sure if you do this or not, to try to get as much of the old out as you can, but comment below. So it's a 13 mil socket coming up here. Get my drain pan underneath. And boom. There we go. Get my gasket out. Right there. Draining. Again, 2 years old, not a ton of hours, but I've beat it up so much down there at the farm at Throttle Therapy Lake Anna, just creating that for everybody to come in and enjoy with their friends and families. But just a lot of work, cutting trail, dragging logs, building bridges, pulling the harrow. Just a lot of heat, a lot of abuse on this oil, and that's why I bleed AMSOIL in everything that I have. So we'll let that keep draining, and while that's draining, we can start moving on to our oil filter right here. You can see that oil draining out. And the only way to know for sure is do an oil analysis on it. Send it off to a third-party independent lab we use with oil analyzers. Great program if you really want to know. But it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, look at it, looks pretty good. Tell me what you think. All right, we'll clean up our work area here with the brake cleaner here for the oil filter. Give everything a quick little wipe with my old sock. Taking these off. There we go. Started with the socket wrench and then start taking it off here, but what I am going to do is put my rag down here, trying to catch a little bit of that oil that's going to possibly come out. There we go. All right, I'll keep working on this. Pretty simple. Get it all off. All right, let's get this off. There we go. Old filter. All right. Then we take our new AMSOIL Liquid Gold. All right. What I love about this is look at the coverage it provides. Look at this: 030, 040, 530, 1030, 1040. Does meet that JSO MA2 spec, so it is wet clutch compatible. I've run this in some of the dirt bikes just because I had it laying around. So great coverage, and again, just perfect for coldest days, but also the hottest days. So great protection. But what we want to do, take our filter here. All right, got my new filter. Now I'm just using the high flow, right? It's the HF Henry Frank 152, and that's what I'm using. And then I got a new, went down to my friends down at Pete's Cycle, Severna Park, Maryland. They hooked me up with a new oil filter gasket, which great idea to replace as well. All right. Wet your gaskets, wet that rubber. Make sure your hands are clean. And then just lube up everything. All right. Lube up everything. And then another thing you can do, some folks will take oil and they'll just saturate the filter media here, just so that it's nice and wet and already saturated, so it's not completely dry when you stick it in. But I'm not going to do that today, not too worried about it. But comment below, tell me if you do this, if you'll charge it up, put a little oil on there. Nice snug, you'll feel it push in there. And then here's my old filter, my filter cover. All right, I'm gonna get that cleaned up and take off this old gasket. Again, such an inexpensive thing to get that cleaned up. Get this lubed up. I'll drop it in there. Just stick it down in and lube that up. All right. Pop on new gasket here and cover back on. And for all you super technical folks out there, the torque spec is 10 Newton meters. Get this. Jump around here a little bit. And 10. There we go. And then just hit everything again with the brake parts cleaner, eye protection recommended, but that'll clean up all that residue and everything there, all that oil residue real quick. So always a good idea to put on a new crush washer. Throw this guy away. And I got a new one here. Make sure you get it nice and oiled up. All right. For a much better seal, nothing more annoying than a leaky drain plug. So I'm down to a very, very, very slow drip. So let's get this back up in here and installed. All snugged up, and torque spec on this is 30 Newton meters. My favorite part, putting in the oil. You hear that? Ah, I hear it every time. Nice new fresh liquid gold. Capacity is just over 2 quarts. I believe it's 2.1 quarts. So I'm going to dump in 2 here, run it for a bit, and then I'll recheck to make sure our level is good. So 1 quart down, we'll get the next one in. And number 2. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Ah, every time. Try to get every last drop out that we can. So that's a wrap. So I'm gonna plug in my, put in my dipstick and be good to go here, and I'm gonna start it up, check it. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, working out in the backyard or in the garage, and you wanna have AMSOIL, the access to the full line, not have to run around, search for it, drive miles, maybe the retail store has it, maybe not, but we will drop ship right to your doorstep. Incredible program for the DIYer out there. It's called our Preferred Customer Program, and that link is below, but join the program. It's $20 a year, or you can do a 6-month trial for $10. Works like a BJ's or a Sam's Club membership, and they'll drop ship right to the house and save you 25% off of our retail price, plus all those perks on the screen as well. So great program. However, if you have maybe a repair shop, a retail store, or a fleet, maybe municipal or commercial, we have an even more advantageous program for you where we can get you even bigger discounts, get you advertising for your store, volume discounts, co-op credits, depending upon your certain situation. So those links are below as well. But always reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have to make sure that you're out there riding, not wrenching as much, and keeping everything protected for maximum horsepower, torque performance, and less downtime. I want to ride and not have to worry about these things all the time. And again, the worst part about this job is taking off this darn plastic panel here. So I'm going to go fight that. But again, please subscribe, please like, and reach out to me. And we'll see you next time, because I've got more to do on this. Rear diff, front diff. Make sure you follow that and share with your friends. And we'll see you next time. Officer Oil out.